The Wheel in the Keel is a super helpful accessory on all of the Feelfree kayaks, but sometimes you do need to take it apart, either to maintain it, repair it, or replace it. So today we're going to take a good look at this whole system here, how you dismantle it, how you put it back together, and all the parts involved. It's a pretty simple system. The holes here are molded into the kayak. There's a recess that the wheel sits in, and you've got an axle, some rubber gaskets, and some end caps. The black end cap is on the left side of the boat. That's important later. And the gray end cap is on the right. Basically, those run an axle through and keep your wheel in place. To take care of this project, we are going to need a 10mm Allen key, as so here. You could use a socket version if you like, and a flathead screwdriver. What's important to note about the Wheel in the Keel here is that the black end cap here, the black one that is on the left-hand side of your kayak, if you're looking down the kayak, it will spin counterclockwise. So the gray side is normal, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right? And the other one is reverse threaded, the black end cap. So that one is, what would you call that? Righty-loosey, lefty-tighty, right? So let's get started here. 10mm Allen key. And again, this one will need to spin opposite of normal, okay? So what you do is, on these rubber gaskets, there is a small line in there. It's an indentation that a flathead screwdriver, how convenient, will fit right into. That will keep the gasket from spinning as we rotate the Allen key to get the end cap out, okay? So you can kind of look up in there. Probably should have worn my glasses. And basically you're going to move this around until you see the end cap, or pardon me, the line in the gasket. There we go. And what you'll notice is that it kind of catches, and then now when you're actually releasing the end cap, it will come out. All right. And there you have it. That's the left side end cap there. So now that's exposed here. So now we're going to flip over to the other side and take the gray off. Here we are on the other side, movie magic, and we're just going to repeat the same steps. Again, you get your 10mm Allen key, you stick it in there, and then you are using your flathead. There she is. And then you just loosen it up. Sometimes you got to kind of apply a strange little bit of pressure there to get there we go, kind of at an angle to get the end cap to pop out. So you got your end cap here, gray, on the right side, and take your screwdriver, run it in there, tap out your axle, and usually you can just pull down on this. Today it's going to be a little difficult. You can use your screwdriver, kind of pry it out of there, and there we go. Ho ho! Caught them. Usually these bad boys fall on the floor. And now you've got your wheel, and you've got your rubber gaskets. You can see real well here that, the gray is on the right side, but you can also see the notch that I'm talking about here. So that's what you're trying to kind of find in there to put the flathead screwdriver in so that it won't spin. And that's the dismantling. So now you're free to clean this, repair the wheel, do whatever it is that you actually need to get back here. I know sometimes when I fish in sandier or gravelier, if that's even a word, fishing spots, some stuff can kind of get stuck up in here. So it's real important to make sure that this is spinning properly. Putting this bad boy together, back together, is just the same steps, just in reverse. So hit rewind on the video, that will play backwards, and just follow along. But in all seriousness, to get these back together now, if they likely fell out on the floor, you'll see that they've got, where are we here? They've got threads here, all right? So those threads need to be facing out into the hole, all right? And so the trick here is you can put both in there and use one hand to keep them in place. Then you take your wheel And as you put it up there, it kind of keeps everything in place. Give it a good pop into place. Look at that, we're already spinning. Take your axle, feed that through. Take your end cap, put it back on. You can take whatever your tool, kind of tap that in a little bit. Again, you're trying to grab those threads that were on the inside of that gasket. Sometimes that can take a second. There it goes. And you just tighten it up. And you're all set. And now you just repeat on the other side. So that's, in a nutshell, the mechanism that is the wheel and the keel. And so, as you can see, if you're having issues with it, it's quite simple to just sort of take it apart, assess what you need, and either clean it up, fix it up, or replace it. If you are having any issues with any of these parts, or you would like any of the replacement parts, reach out to your local dealer. You can find those on our dealer locator on the website, or you can contact our customer service team directly at feelfreeus.com.